Not good. I'm not good at this.
Okay, but Kevin,
Yes.
you didn't hear me.
No, I did.
But the people at home heard me. Anybody who's married understands that you didn't listen to a word I said.
I got the gist.
What did I say?
Lucy.
Have you ever worked with someone who completely changed how you see your craft? For Leah Remini, that person was Kevin James.
I don't know, but Kevin, when I met Kevin, it was like instant. It was instant chemistry. Some people you meet in this business that you have instant chemistry with. I did really fight. I mean, I'm being funny that we were fighting.
During The King of Queens, their partnership became more than simple sitcom chemistry. Leah saw a level of kindness, loyalty, and creative support that she says no other co-star has matched. Kevin's generosity off-screen helped shape the trust and laughter audiences felt on-screen. But their bond did more than build a hit show. It raised Leah's standards for Hollywood partnerships and left an impression that still follows her career today. The unexpected impact on Leah. Leah Remini made a striking statement that Kevin James has ruined her for life, and it caught many fans by surprise. This wasn't a criticism, but rather a reflection of the profound effect working alongside James had on her both professionally and personally. She explained that Kevin was her first leading man, and since The King of Queens, no other co-star has quite matched his presence or the comfort she felt with him on set. It's rare to hear such admiration framed in this way, especially in an industry known for fierce competition and ego. Her use of the word ruined shows just how deeply she valued that dynamic. It wasn't about dissatisfaction with other co-stars, but rather the unique standard that Kevin set, a standard rooted in kindness, camaraderie, and mutual respect. Leah mentioned that when acting with Kevin, she always felt safe, a feeling many actors rarely experience on a long-running show. This emotional safety allowed her to perform with freedom and confidence, an invaluable gift in the often stressful world of television. Yet, learning why Kevin made such an impact means looking beyond typical star treatment. Leah noted that Kevin's approach wasn't what you might expect from a leading man at the height of his career. Instead of holding back laughs or hogging the spotlight, he actively sought ways to elevate his co-stars, especially Leah. This generosity of spirit showed itself repeatedly during their 9 seasons together, making their partnership one of the most genuine in sitcom history. Despite all this positivity, Leah also shared that the intense daily grind of filming took its toll, the same way it does on any long-running series. She said she'd complain pretty often about the pressures of the job, but somehow it always came out with affection for the work and for the people around her. It's that mix of heartfelt appreciation and straight-up honesty that really gives more depth to the way she praises Kevin James. Their relationship wasn't perfect, not even close, but it was one of those things she never, not once, wanted to lose. That real connection on set kinda shaped how Leah sees any future project. Every time she stepped into a role with another leading man, she'd end up measuring that whole experience against what she had with Kevin. And yeah, the comparison never really landed the same. She even called it being ruined for life, like she couldn't fully recreate the blend of humor, respect, and trust that basically defined their professional partnership. And honestly, that specific balance, it seems, is insanely rare in the television world. Even while Leah had to face the unavoidable headaches of a demanding industry, her bond with Kevin remained a solid foundation for her career. It's a reminder that success in entertainment isn't only about ratings and scripts, it's also about the relationships formed in the background, away from the spotlight. The way he impacted her made Leah feel like their collaboration was something special, way beyond the usual actor-co-star thing people talk about, like it's all the same. So at this point, you might be like, what did Kevin do differently then to leave such a lasting impression? What kinds of small gestures and habits turned him into more than just a co-star, and instead, someone who changed Leah's whole acting experience? The story behind it is pretty inspiring and also weird in a good way, especially in a business that's often described as cutthroat all the time. Before diving deeper into their working relationship, it's important to understand the day-to-day atmosphere on The King of Queens. The show's success wasn't just due to strong writing or concept, but came from the environment created on set, where Kevin's behavior played a central role. The set that shaped Leah. The King of Queens ran for 9 seasons, a remarkable feat in television, and much of its popularity stemmed from the on-screen chemistry between Leah Remini and Kevin James. However, what made the experience truly memorable for Leah was the off-screen environment. She spoke often about the joy she found in the everydayness of the job, the connection with the crew, the live audiences, and the camaraderie that fueled each episode. The show's production schedule was grueling, requiring weekly performances that demanded consistency and energy. Leah admitted that, despite sometimes complaining about the hardships, she genuinely loved being part of it. This duality of enjoying work while candidly acknowledging its challenges gave her narrative an authentic edge. It wasn't about glamorizing the experience, but appreciating the human elements within it. Kevin James was central to this dynamic. His presence on set was calming and supportive, creating a safe space where Leah felt she could take risks and explore her character more deeply. In a town full of ego-driven males, Kevin stood out for his humility and willingness to share the spotlight. His leadership style was more about lifting others than dominating scenes. One of the clearest examples Leah kinda shared was Kevin's habit of nudging writers to give her funnier lines. Instead of hoarding all the laughs for himself, as the show's star, he looked for little ways to sharpen Leah's role. This type of generosity isn't something you hear about often in many high-profile productions, and it really says a lot about Kevin as a person. It also sparked this sort of team-minded energy on set, and it ended up helping basically everyone involved. The live audience thing also mattered, and you could feel it in their shared joy. Leah loved performing in front of them. Absorbing their reactions while still knowing Kevin's playful drive helped shape those comedic beats. So the mix of real-time audience engagement and Kevin's supportive style turned each taping into some kind of lively moment, not just a routine job. Past the laughs and the pressure, there was still more. Leah really valued the crew and their common commitment. Those bonds made the King of Queens feel like something bigger than just a television show. It became a daily, small community. And Kevin's part in building that feeling helped set the tone, so even with long hours each day was something to actually look forward to. And then there was that off-camera atmosphere, kinda kept alive by Kevin's kindness and camaraderie. It created something pretty uncommon in television, a real work family. Leah cared about that so much that it's part of why she struggles to find the same kind of connection later on. To her, it wasn't only work. It was a place where personal growth and professional growth walked next to each other, at the same time, at the same pace. The way Kevin managed to blend star power with teammate spirit was remarkable and set the stage for how he approached comedy itself, unlocking even more of what made their show so memorable. Kevin James's unique approach to comedy. Kevin James never treated comedic timing as a zero-sum game where only one person could shine. On The King of Queens, this meant finding ways to improve the humor, no matter whose line got the laugh. Leah Remini noted that Kevin consistently figured out how to make scripts funnier, even when the jokes weren't initially strong. This creative generosity was one of his defining traits. What made Kevin special was how he involved the writers in this process, sometimes advocating for better material for Leah's character. Instead of preserving all the best lines for himself, he pushed for a distribution of laughs that kept the show fresh and energized. His influence behind the scenes was subtle but powerful, shaping the tone of the entire sitcom. This approach created an environment where Leah felt valued and trusted, empowering her to bring her own energy to the performances. It's a dynamic rarely seen among lead actors, many of whom prioritize their own spotlight. Kevin's humility set him apart, showing he saw comedy as a shared journey rather than a solo mission. His knack for timing and delivery turned potentially average scripts into iconic moments. Kevin's ability to read a scene and enhance it with his style helped lift the whole cast, creating a collaborative space on screen that translated into lasting fan appeal. This made The King of Queens not just a show, but a comedic institution beloved by many. The way he handled his star status is also telling. In an industry often described as ego-driven and competitive, Kevin chose generosity, even in moments where he could have easily taken center stage. By often saying, "Give Leah the joke instead of me," he flipped the usual star dynamic and showed how respect can guide success. This spirit was reflected in the small yet telling details of their daily interactions. Whether improvising lines or encouraging each other during takes, their rapport was built on mutual support rather than rivalry. These moments fueled the authentic chemistry that viewers connected with every week. Kevin James's behavior helped create a positive workplace culture that blended professionalism with fun, transforming scripted comedy into something that felt lived in and real. It's no wonder Leah Remini holds this period in such high regard, seeing his approach as a benchmark for all future collaborations. Such a remarkable artistic partnership wouldn't remain confined to just one show. Their closeness eventually led to new opportunities to work together, reaffirming the rare bond that had begun years earlier. The dynamic they built on The King of Queens was just the beginning of a story that went beyond the scripts and shaped their careers in unexpected ways. The dynamic, like a real marriage. Leah Remini often compared her off-screen relationship with Kevin James to that of a married couple, much like their characters Carrie and Doug Heffernan on The King of Queens. They shared the familiar push and pull of a long-term partnership. Frequent disagreements, followed by quick reconciliations. Leah described how she would drive Kevin crazy like any good wife would, capturing the playful frustration that kept their bond authentic both on and off the set. This dynamic sparked genuine chemistry that translated seamlessly into their performances. Their ability to argue, joke, and then reconcile added layers of realism to the sitcom, helping fans connect with the characters on a deeper level. It wasn't just scripted acting, it felt like watching a relationship seasoned by years of shared history, laughter, and occasional bickering. Despite their occasional fights, Leah emphasized the underlying respect and affection that held them together. They weren't afraid to voice their frustrations, but they always found common ground. This gave their partnership a stable foundation, making it easier to explore the comedic highs and lows within their roles. It was an unusual balance rarely captured between co-stars. Their close relationship extended beyond normal workplace boundaries and fostered a sense of trust that few on-camera pairs enjoy. Leapfrogging typical professional distance, they became true collaborators, emotionally invested in each other's success. Leah felt safe enough to take risks because she knew Kevin had her back, creating a creative environment rich with mutual encouragement. This give and take mirrored that of a real marriage, in ways that made their characters believable and relatable. Watching their interactions, audiences could sense how much fun they genuinely had together, even during tough shoots. Their rapport paved the way for candid moments that often felt unscripted, a testament to the depth of their connection. No real surprise, then, that this personal closeness kind of spilled into more chances to work together. Kevin's later sitcom, Kevin Can Wait, turned into this new stage where they could bring back that whole magic. Leah, coming back to team up with Kevin, showed how their bond went past just one successful show and into something that felt like a steady professional friendship, if that makes sense. The invite itself felt like a quiet signal of the high regard Kevin had for Leah, like he chose to bring her back, rather than pick some different co-star. Their chemistry was undeniable, and both seemed to understand that trying to recreate that spark wasn't only about shared history, but also this live, working, creative synergy. Leah said how much she missed working with him and that Kevin Can Wait was basically the best opening to start again. Their on-screen reunion said a lot, honestly, about how rare this kind of connection is. Most shows swap cast members and then struggle to match the previous success, but their mutual respect kept the performances from feeling forced. It wasn't only nostalgia, it was the continuation of a particular creative partnership that audiences really enjoy seeing. And honestly, this deepened relationship reflects not just what they have already built, but also hints at the strong potential they still carry as collaborators. Their story is a reminder that real artistic partnerships can keep going, even with time gaps, distance, and all those industry headaches that pop up. Leah and Kevin's enduring bond also reveals how their contrasting personal beliefs figured within this dynamic, adding complexity to their off-screen lives. A sitcom bond rekindled. When Kevin James launched Kevin Can Wait, he knew bringing Leah Remini on board was more than just a casting choice. It was a reunion of two artists who shared a remarkable creative history. Leah welcomed the opportunity with open arms, expressing how much she had missed working alongside Kevin after years apart. Their decision to collaborate again spoke to a shared desire to recapture the spark that made their previous work so successful. Despite working with other leading men since The King of Queens, Leah admitted that no one had replicated the unique connection she had with Kevin. She described their partnership as something very special, an intangible quality that can't easily be put into words. This rare chemistry, the kind that audiences felt on screen, was a significant reason for their professional reunion. Kevin's choice to reunite with Leah was also a statement about trust and creative comfort. Amid the uncertainties of launching a new show, having a proven partner you connect with artistically is invaluable. Their history gave the new sitcom a foundation of warmth and familiarity that resonated with viewers and cast alike. For Leah, taking any opportunity to work with Kevin again wasn't just about nostalgia, it was an extension of an ongoing friendship and mutual respect. Their time apart may have allowed them to grow individually, but their collaboration reminded both that some partnerships endure no matter the break. She described Kevin Can Wait as the best chance to start fresh together in a new creative context. Unfortunately, Kevin Can Wait did not enjoy the long 9-season run of The King of Queens, ending after only 2 seasons. Even so, Leah looked back on her time with gratitude, emphasizing how much she laughed during those years. She posted on social media about the show's cancellation, with heartfelt appreciation for the chance to step back in front of the camera with Kevin. The cancellation didn't diminish the significance of their reunion for either actor. It was a celebration of their chemistry and a testament to the lasting impact of their previous collaboration. Leah's public remarks showed that second chances in Hollywood are rare and precious, and this one meant a great deal to her. Their continued partnership suggests that their story might not be finished. Fans and critics alike hope to see Leah and Kevin working together again, creating more memorable moments on primetime television. Their ability to connect on and off screen leaves the door open for future projects filled with the same warmth and humor. Their time on Kevin Can Wait revealed how even as seasons change, some creative friendships remain constant, rooted in respect, trust, and a shared love of the craft. This enduring synergy is what sets Leah Remini and Kevin James apart in an often transient industry. The strength of their partnership also sheds light on how they navigated personal differences outside of their work, which deepened their bond in unexpected ways. Navigating religious differences. Leah Remini and Kevin James shared a close personal and professional bond, but their relationship was uniquely shaped by their very different religious backgrounds. Leah was a longtime member of the Church of Scientology, an organization known for its demanding beliefs and practices, while Kevin James is a practicing Catholic. This fundamental difference created an underlying tension that both acknowledged, yet it never overshadowed their friendship. Their dynamic is a reminder that deep connections can form even when core values diverge. Within Hollywood, where religion and personal beliefs often become sources of division or pressure, Leah revealed that the Church of Scientology actively encouraged her to convert Kevin. She described how they would ask repeatedly why Kevin wasn't involved and why Leah hadn't promoted the church to him. This persistent pressure created a challenging situation for Leah, caught between loyalty to her faith community and respect for her friends' choices. Kevin's stance was clear and firm. He did not want any part of Scientology. Leah explained that his Catholic faith was important to him, and he respected his boundaries. This refusal to engage with Scientology may have been a source of curiosity or frustration for some, but it highlights Kevin's commitment to his own beliefs and integrity. It also reflected a rare kind of understanding between friends navigating complex differences. Leah has openly discussed how Scientology complicated many of her relationships, but with Kevin, there was a level of acceptance and respect that transcended religious divides. Their ability to maintain a genuine connection despite this difference speaks to the strength of their bond. It's not always easy to separate personal belief systems from friendships, especially under public scrutiny, but they managed it with grace. Their relationship kind of scrambles the usual narrative that religion must be a deal breaker. Instead, they basically proved that mutual respect and genuine kindness could, bridge those gaps anyway. That part makes their collaborative success feel richer too, like their differences didn't have to become a wall. It also suggests there was real emotional support in there, not just professional harmony on paper. This contrast also brings more light to Leah's later decisions about her faith. Leaving Scientology was life-changing, and Kevin's position during that time mattered more than people might assume. Even if he wasn't practicing Scientology, he stayed a steadfast friend, and somehow it showed their bond went way beyond shared beliefs or even the same role in things. In an industry where loyalty gets questioned a lot, Kevin's choice not to push religion and his support while Leah went through that rough transition stood out. It was a rare kind of friendship rooted in empathy rather than shared ideology. He respected her autonomy, and that gave her room to move through hard decisions at her own tempo without pressure or any kind of hurry. Overall, this nuanced relationship dynamic shows how two people with very different backgrounds managed to build a safe harbor for each other. It's basically a reminder about personal respect, where connection doesn't require conformity. Their story feels like a hopeful example for anyone dealing with relationships complicated by contrasting worldviews, and the quiet tension that can come with them. When you understand this dimension of their friendship, it also sets you up to recognize just how deep Kevin's support was during Leah's pivotal moments, going past religion and career boundaries entirely. Leah's life choices soon led her through difficult terrain where such support proved invaluable, especially as she stepped away from Scientology. Support through life changes. When Leah Remini made the courageous decision to leave the Church of Scientology, she faced enormous personal and professional challenges. The move was not just a spiritual break, but a profound life change that uprooted much of her world. During this vulnerable time, Kevin James emerged as a crucial source of support, demonstrating a loyalty that went beyond their working relationship. Leah recalled how Kevin reached out to her, telling her he was proud and offering help if she ever needed it. This expression of genuine care meant a great deal to Leah, especially since such moments can be isolating for those leaving tightly knit communities like Scientology. Kevin's kindness was simple yet powerful, acting as a reminder that friendship often shines brightest in the toughest moments. His support was not limited to words, but also reflected in consistent friendship and respect for her autonomy. Kevin never pressured Leah to conform or questioned her choices. Instead, he provided a safe space where she could navigate her new path without judgment. This kind of unconditional support is rare in Hollywood's high-pressure environment and speaks volumes about his character. Leah's departure from Scientology was a pivotal moment, impacting her relationships and career. Having a friend like Kevin who stood by her side helped her regain confidence and stability during uncertain times. It also reaffirmed that their connection was deeply rooted in mutual respect, not convenience or circumstance. This support contrasts with the often rigid expectations of the church and the public glare that accompanies such exits. Kevin's compassionate response provided Leah with emotional grounding, enabling her to focus on rebuilding her life on her own terms. His role as a friend was quietly heroic. This kind of friendship goes past the usual co-worker stuff. It's kind of built on trust and real care. Kevin's willingness to show up, with no hidden agenda, no judging really, makes you see how meaningful their relationship is, even when the cameras are off. It's a small reminder that behind the laughs and scripts, real humans still run into real battles, and the best friends, they change everything. Leah's thanks to Kevin during this time, it shows a connection that got stronger not only from shared wins, but from staying side by side when things get hard. This is the part of their bond that makes you appreciate what fans saw on television. The partnership vibe was there, but the foundation was deeper. Their story basically demonstrates how strong support can be when the stakes feel at their highest. And when Leah kept moving forward, powered by Kevin's friendship, they kept making little moments of laughter together. It's proof that personal resilience and professional success can go hand in hand in a good way. Their journey says true partnership is more than shared scenes or lines. It's also about standing united right at those life crossroads. The resilience shown in these moments also invites reflection on the lasting impact their collaboration has had and the hope of future chapters yet to be written. Legacy and future possibilities. Leah Remini's reflections on her time with Kevin James reveal a legacy that goes beyond successful sitcoms and memorable characters. Their partnership set a high standard for collaboration and friendship in an industry often marked by fleeting alliances and cutthroat competition. Leah's gratitude for those years underscores how rare and valuable such connections truly are. The experience shaped not only her career, but also her personal outlook on trust and professional loyalty. Their journey together reminds us that the impact of a co-star can resonate long after the final episode airs. Leah's candid admission that few partnerships have come close to what she shared with Kevin signals a deep appreciation for that unique bond. This bond was forged through laughter, mutual respect, and a willingness to uplift one another, elements that often get lost in the hustle of show business. Their story highlights the importance of choosing collaborators who inspire and support you unconditionally. Despite the eventual end of Kevin Can Wait, after 2 seasons, the warmth Leah expressed about working with Kevin again speaks volumes. It illustrates that the connections they built remained vital and cherished. Leah's Instagram post following the cancellation, where she expressed how much she laughed every day, reflects a rare sincerity about the joy found in their renewed partnership. She recognized the preciousness of a second chance in Hollywood, something many never receive. Looking forward, both Leah and Kevin appear open to new opportunities together. The chemistry viewers admired can still spark magic if the timing and project align. Their continued friendship and professional respect suggest that future collaborations are not just possible, but eagerly anticipated. For fans, this anticipation adds another layer to their enduring appeal, a hope that more of their genuine connection might grace the screen again. Their story also kind of acts as a wider reminder about the real sway kindness and steady support can have inside creative industries. Kevin James's generosity, both on and off camera, left this lasting mark on Leah and, I think, pretty certainly on many others in their circle too. Leah being so open about the rough stuff she was going through, along with Kevin's calm, steady presence, really points to how important relationships can nudge the whole messiness of show business in a better direction, even when it feels like everything is chaotic. Then there's the legacy tied to the King of Queens and all their shared joint ventures. It kind of underlines this idea that talent plus humility can actually carry you farther. Kevin and Leah being willing to trade in credit and also genuinely cheer for each other helped create this warm vibe that didn't stay locked in the studio. It reached the audience. That nurturing atmosphere helped support not only a hit show, but also a lasting friendship that went beyond usual professional lines. Leah's path, from doing great in the sitcom world to handling personal upheavals later on, seemed to get stronger with Kevin's unwavering support. Their story becomes a little beacon for anyone wanting a real partnership when life gets messy. It basically shows how a working relationship can grow into something deeper, like a friendship that keeps you steady, sustains you, and even inspires you. As the entertainment world keeps shifting, The hope stays there that Leah Remini and Kevin James might reunite someday, bringing back their special chemistry to prime time. Their narrative is far from finished, and it leaves fans with that excited feeling, like something still could happen. Their ongoing connection, it promises more shared laughter and meaningful moments that are still on the way. Leah Remini's story about Kevin James shows us the power of true partnership, both on screen and in life. Their rare connection set a high standard worth celebrating. If you enjoyed this look behind the scenes, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about your favorite stars. And before you go, click the next video on your screen to uncover another Hollywood bond that fans still can't stop talking about.